Hey, we're back for another video. Sharks trade targets today. Lots of these videos coming out, but hopefully you enjoy this one. If you're a Sharks fan or just an NHL fan, subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and enjoy the content. Let's talk about some targets for the Sharks, who they could possibly give up. With the Sharks, it's interesting, right? They gave up a few prospects and younger players in the Carlson trade. They don't have like the best prospect pool system, but they're a team that has a lot of veterans. They're a team that obviously wants to win now, and it's a matter of just going out there, getting those pieces that they need. On the back end now, especially with Carlson, it looks definitely stacked. Goaltending is still in question. I feel like, and we're going to talk about in the video, that they could go out and get someone. Still the tandem of Martin Jones and Aaron Dell seems like it's still good enough to be relied on that. And then up front, there could be some depth additions or maybe even an addition on like their second line. So let's talk about it. I have about 9 or 10 players that they could target, and let's start right off the top. An ideal target I could see them acquiring is a Zuccarello, a left-handed player who can play on that right side. He could possibly play with a line like Thornton and Thomas Hertl. I'm not sure where he would fit, but I feel like Zuccarello would be a great addition in that top 9. Another one is Thomas Vanek, who's obviously a lot slower now, but he could still fit on that third or fourth line and be that veteran scoring, could fit on that second power play unit. Another one, and these two players are more because as much as Barclay Goodrow has been good for the Sharks, maybe they look for another option just in case their fourth line center becomes a hole, and look more at the fact that they made the addition last year of Eric Fair, and those two guys could be Riley Sheahan and Luke Glendening. So Glendening from the Red Wings, Sheahan from the Panthers. We've kind of heard the rumors of Sheahan after he was traded from the Penguins to the Panthers that he still could be traded again. Same goes for Derek Brassard, but I don't see the Brassard fit with the Sharks. I could be wrong. And then Glendening with the Red Wings has been rumored even last year for trade rumors, and he could be once again. Another guy is Michael Raffle with the Flyers. The Flyers have been up and down. They've been on a huge hot streak lately, so we don't know if they're going to unload players. I feel like Wayne Simmons is still on the outside and could be an option for the Sharks, but the price is high, right? And we don't know if they have the pieces for it without giving up some of their younger roster players. And I would feel like when we're looking at guys on the Sharks that are, younger and that have been overachieving this year, they don't want to give up those guys. Another one is Gustav Nyquist, another player from the Red Wings. I think Nyquist is an ideal target for half of the buyers, honestly, because he's that typical coming in hot, top scorer. Not for a team, but in terms of secondary scoring, he is a guy that could put up on a full 82-game season 25 goals in a good situation. So Nyquist is definitely a good option. If you want to look at, on top of Simmons, a guy that fills that kind of secondary scoring but power grinder kind of role, you look at a guy like Charlie Coyle, who uses his body to his advantage but also can put it in the back of the net. He's a smart player, can play both center and right wing. Again, Bruce Boudreau has guaranteed with the Wild that they're making the playoffs, but management is more on the side that they might just sell. So look out for the Wild and maybe Charlie Coyle move still. And then, obviously, we got to talk about it for every team, but Artemi Panarin to finish it off. And I'm not saying this because I think it's less likely for the Sharks, but the Sharks were in on Tavares. They were in on Carlson. I think they're going to be on the big fish when they're available, and you could talk about Mark Stone as well, but I think the big fish is Artemi Panarin. If they brought Panarin in and maybe convinced him to sign, then they could unload other contracts, and this is exactly what I'm going to talk about. Maybe a Braun with that $3.8 million cap hit, 32 years of age. They already would have a nice top 4 without Braun of Burns, Vlasic, Carlson, and then Brendan Dillon. Braun's a good player, but you've got to think about the cap situation. That you can unload like 1 or 2 forwards that fill at a higher cap. It's not going to happen, and probably not going to happen because of, I think the Sharks want a long-term fit. I don't know what Thornton's doing in the future. Obviously, that Vander Kane now with that contract. So But I just had to talk about Panarin because I feel like the Sharks are definitely a team that's going to inquire heavy about him as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, they could be moving a contract like Braun, maybe like a Shemelevsky as a prospect. I could still see them dangling their top draft picks. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. We'll see what the Sharks do from now until the trade deadline. Please subscribe to the channel, drop a like. This was John from Hot Take Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.